Sales call closing, a very important step in the entire sales process. The normal question which appears into most of the people's mind is, when should closing start? Because the answer is, closing starts at the start. What it means is, we should be always focused on the end result rather than be too attached to the means. It is very important that you create a ground rule with a client in the very first meeting, thereby creating a right context or environment for the entire sales process to happen. The important point is to take permission, then lead. Always ask questions like, can I ask you something, sir? Can I share something with you? I have a request. Can we agree upon this? Or can I be honest with you? Because whenever you ask these questions, as we have seen earlier, questions hook the mind and questions allows you to control the conversation, and from the answer which you get, you will be able to accordingly take the thinking and the entire thought pattern of your customer in the right direction and create an ecosystem which is a win-win, so that there is a full and complete communication between you and the prospect, where when you talk, he listens, when he talk, you listen. And this ecosystem and environment is very important, and very important to make it conducive for the entire sales process to happen. After this, as a seller, you need to understand the prospect's fear. It originates from his subconscious mind, from his old experience. Because remember, every human being has been sold something at a higher cost, or he has been sold something which he did not require. So this emotional experience is there in every human being. This is the reason why most of the human beings desist from giving a decision about buying. So when you make this particular concept in mind and then you state the obvious and ask, how can you address this concern for them? In fact, you can tell the prospect, normally this is the fear which everybody has, that you have been sold something which has been of no use to you, or you have been sold at a higher cost. Because I, for one, believe in making this statement very genuinely and authentically to the customer. You can tell him, sir, if my product is of no use and value to you, then your money is of no value to me. Say this very authentically and very genuinely to him. And once if you are able to convey this message authentically, I promise you, the entire environment of your sales process will go very smoothly. But now I want you to understand the concept called as buying signal. Very important. As we have seen earlier in the session, that your closing begins from the beginning. So if you are alert, agile, then you will be able to identify buying signals which your customer gives indirectly. How do you identify them? Look out for questions like this. What are your payment terms? For example, if you're just about to enter into after qualification, after the first presentation or solution burger, he says, do you have other sizes? Or can you deliver the goods in a week's time? Or can I see the product? Moment these questions come in, that means you can be sure that in the prospect's mind is already thinking about giving you the order. So what you need to do is, every time you get a buying signal, go for the close. Don't further keep on talking about other solution burgers or other features, advantages and benefits. The moment you identify a buying signal, stop there and ask for the close. Answer that question and ask for the close, and finish the close using any of the closing techniques that you know. The second important concept I want you to understand is a trial close. Friends, trial close is a salesperson's thermometer. It is an indicator to act as a gauge for the direction of the presentation, and every sales commando should be using it throughout the sales process. It helps to proceed towards the final close. So in between, when you are giving the presentation, stop, pause, and then ask him a question. Which color racks would you like to have? Which location do you want it to be delivered? And the moment the customer gives you an answer, you know that he is preparing his mind, and automatically you will be able to know at what level and what mindset is your customer. And moment you know that he is answering you enthusiastically, energetically, with a lot of involvement, you know that he is prepared for the close. You can then go for the final close using any of the closing techniques that you know, and thereby ensure that you are able to complete the entire selling cycle very expeditiously, very prospectively, and with the win-win orientation that you are committed to.